Hey, welcome to Tailwind and Drupal. We're going to start right from scratch, sitting in a directory called tutorials. And from here, we're going to use DDEV, which is an excellent Docker wrapper written in Golang. Read the docs right there. We want the CMS quick start instructions. So as I was saying, this is a wrapper written in Go for Docker, but it is for managing PHP projects. There it is, Quick Start CMS. And you can manage Drupal, Craft CMS, Expression Engine, Laravel. We're interested in the Drupal 10 instructions, and here we are. Let's maximize some of this stuff. So here are the Drupal 10 DDEV quick start instructions. We'll take it slow rather than copying and pasting all of that. Excuse me. So we're going to do a make dir Drupal dash Tailwind. This feels weird. We will cd into that new directory. Clear. I like to clear a lot. And from here, we want to initialize a new DDEV project. So I have it highlighted and in my clipboard, but I'll go ahead and type it out. DDEV config project is of type Drupal 10. Oh, excuse me. Web doc group equals web. And you'll see why that is in a minute. Dash create doc root. I'm not sure exactly what that does other than create doc root. And I screwed it up. Doc root equals web. Screw it. I'm going to control V. And there we go. It did it. What did it do? If we do a tree in this directory, we'll see it created websites default settings.ddev.php, settings.php. And there it is. If you look at all like hidden files and directories, you'll see there's a .ddev. If we tree.ddev, it's a great little deal here. We got config. Just to quickly head -n 20 top 25 lines .ddev config. There's the top bit of that config. As you can see, PHP version 8.1. This is all configurable. We have a MariaDB, Nginx, FPM. That's for running PHP in Nginx. Okay, so we want to DDEV start from here. So it is starting some Docker containers. This is web. That's where the Nginx container lives. MariaDB. And this must be phpMyAdmin. This is another container that is a router because you can run many projects all at once. And the router will take care of, well, routing this Drupal-tailwind.ddev.site to the proper containers. And Eureka, we have a forbidden Nginx. This is expected because we haven't actually installed anything yet. We have an empty project still. So we want to DDEV composer create Drupal recommended project. This is going to use Composer, which is a PHP package manager, and is as you can see, it's prepended with DDEV because you have to run these commands inside the proper containers. You just prepend with DDEV. So Composer is the command you're running inside the container, and you're telling Composer to create Drupal recommended project. And warning, most existing content. So I guess you don't want to run this if you have an existing project, or you got to be careful anyhow. Excuse me one moment. Okay, so that is the Drupal core. Well, a whole bunch of stuff. But see, we're installing Drupal core composer scaffold. Drupal core project message, and so on and so forth. So there's Twig, which we'll be seeing in a minute. Whole bunch of stuff, lots of scaffolding. And apparently it restarted our containers. Not sure what that's about. On to the next step. DDEV Composer required Drush. This one is very important. Drush is a command line tool for managing Drupal projects, and it's very hard to get by without it. Next command is the Drush site install. So if we reload our actual Drupal tailwind.ddev.site, we will have a Drupal 10 installation page. We're not going to do that because it takes a little bit longer. Shouldn't have closed it. Doesn't matter. We're going to paste in that last copied command from over here, which says DDEV Drush site install. So instead of using the browser, we can just use Drush. Account name for your super user is admin. And then your password is also admin. -y is just to accept when it says, do you want to continue? As it did right there, it said yes for us. It's very quick. It very quickly installed the site. Now, if we continue this next one, I believe we'll wipe out the fact that we used account pass admin, but it creates a one-time login link right here. Big long thing with the token. User resets or resetting the password. Anyway, control click that and we will be logged into the backend. You have just used your one-time login link. It is no longer necessary to use this login link. I'm not sure why. Oh, I guess if you didn't click it, you would do the DDEV launch, and just to show you, it's just going to launch the website. So that's it. We are in with a new site. What do we do next? We need to generate a theme. I'm going to clear. How do we generate a new theme in Drupal 10? There it is. And I know from experience, it's the second link. Starter kit theme. And it gives us some very helpful instructions on how to get a new theme going. Just to show you what I'm talking about, if we go to manage appearance, this is the theme list inside Drupal. All your available themes that you can use, and there's not much. It's very bare bones. The default theme, I don't know if you could see that, but that's what the front page looked like, right? And then this Claro is the administration theme. It's what we're looking at right now. Uninstalled theme, Stark. An intentionally plain theme with no styling. Install is and set as default. We're not going to do that. We're just going to generate our new theme. So looking at the first instruction, it is telling us to run PHP against this this script, core scripts Drupal. That script requires a what do you call that? A switch, not a switch, but this requires a thing. So you tell it to generate theme and then the name of the theme. Argument, freaking argument. That's what it is. All right. We're going to run this copy. I'm going to throw that over there. Back over here. Now it says we're going to run it and it's going to be an error because we're not in the right directory. If we do an ls, we're looking at the project root and we need to be in web to run this. If we do an ls here, there is the core directory it's looking for. And we can verify there is core scripts Drupal. There it is. Let's bat at sucker for a second. And it's yeah, very bare bones, calls a bunch of internal Drupal stuff. Okay, so Control Shift V. I don't want to use my new theme. I'm going to call it the opposite of Drupal Tailwind, and I'm going to call it Tailwind _ Drupal. that look right? PHP core scripts Drupal generate theme Tailwind Drupal. Yes, theme generated successfully to themes Tailwind Drupal. Let's test that theory. CD theme / Tailwind underscore Drupal, and we made it. Clear PWD. We are in the money. Web themes Tailwind Drupal. Let's do a tree. It's kind of big, but we have a CSS directory, images directory, bunch of files, source, templates directory. That's the important one. Yeah, those are all the templates that generate your website. Okay, so what next? Now we have a theme. We want to enable it. We go back to appearance, manage appearance. Scroll down. Here it is, Tailwind underscore Drupal 10.0.7. Now we're going to want to install and set as default. Install it. We'll just install it and put it in this list, but it won't be active. So we did activate it. If we go back to the site, it should be pretty ugly. Yep. No style. No style. Clear. I like to clear that a lot. Okay. Now we do have Node already available. Node-v. If you don't have it, you can do a brew install node, provided you have brew from brew.sh. So we have npm. Yep. We're going to need this. npx also. Exit. So just real quick, what is npx? I don't know how to explain it quickly. No package execute. It is simply an npm package runner. Yeah, you don't have to, like, if you want to run Tailwind CSS, which is an actual command, it's not on my system. I could do a npm install -g Tailwind CSS, I think. Yeah, so it's going to install it somewhere. If I try to run it again, we got it. But you don't have to do that. npm, is it remove -g Tailwind CSS? All right, rather than having it installed on your system all the time, and these npm packages tend to go out of date very quickly, so it's easier and, I don't know, better to run just npx Tailwind, not .css, Tailwind CSS. I don't have to have it installed, or I guess I do, but it does it for you. I don't know if it'll keep it up to date, but it's a lot easier than trying to manage what your globally installed packages are anyhow. With that being said, let's continue. We don't need this anymore. We already generated our theme. We're going to close the CMS quick start. We're going to need the Tailwind docs now. Install. Whole bunch of installation instructions. I've never looked at the Symfony, and it looks not like what we need at all. Installation. Install Tailwind with Byte. We aren't using Reactor View, but we can skip step 1 and go straight to install Tailwind CSS. Almost, because this first step would generate a whole project with a package.json, which we do not have yet. We don't have package.json, and it's very important to have. So we have to do an npm init. Project name, we're just going to accept the defaults. Yes. So this is what it generated for us inside a file called package.json. There it is. Vim package.json. So there's not much going on in here. We're looking for dependencies or dev dependencies, and there is none. So we'll exit and follow the instructions now. So these instructions are going to update that file. npm install -d, that means a dev dependency, meaning it's not going to be put into your Git repo or deployed to the server, more importantly. These are tools basically used to create another CSS file or a JS file. Okay, so paste npm install -d tailwind CSS, post CSS, and auto prefixer. Post CSS is one of those tools I was talking about, so is auto prefixer. I won't get into them because they are rabbit holes all on their own. All right, let's check out our, looks like it was successful. We'll check out our package.json, and there it is, dev dependencies. And if we look, do an ls again, we should have a node modules directory. There it is. Those packages that we just installed were installed to node modules. Next, we want to generate the Tailwind config file and the post CSS config file. So we, again, Control-Shift-B to paste npx Tailwind CSS init-p. I don't know what that -p is. npx Tailwind CSS. -p is poll. Use polling instead of file system events when watching. Just a different way of watching your CSS source files while you're developing. Okay, fair enough. I'm guessing file system events is problematic on some. If they're recommending -p right off the bat, I guess it's probably doesn't work very well. Okay, npx Tailwind CSS init -p. Created Tailwind CSS config file and the post CSS. Now it wants us to add a content key with these paths into the Tailwind config.css. We are going to do that, but we are not looking for an index.html file or JS files of any sort. When we run Tailwind to actually build our CSS, it's going to consult this file for the content key to say, hey, where do I go look for files to look for Tailwind CSS classes? And before we do this, I'll just show you the file system. Clear. We are going to be looking at that templates directory. So ls-l, or just tree templates. And that's where all the twig files are. And inside there is where we're going to add the Tailwind CSS. That's what we need to tell the Tailwind config to do. Templates dot period, just to say current directory. Templates. Oh, I didn't complete that. So we're going to use a glob like they're doing here. This says to search in any directory at any depth, I believe. And then at any of those depths, look for a star.twig file. Regardless of what the name of it, as long as it ends in twig, it's going to process it. So let's write that. I haven't been calling out my Vim commands. Hopefully you know, or you're using another editor. So Shift ZZ to save and quit. Clear. We've told Tailwind CSS where to look for Tailwind CSS classes. Now we need to create a source base index or base CSS file. Again, we are in our Drupal custom theme, Tailwind_Drupal. This is an ugly view. We want this source directory is a good place to put your source files. So let's go in there. There's a starter kit.php, which we're not interested in. We will create a new index.css. Enter. I to insert, and we're going to copy and paste the Tailwind base components and utilities imports. So this is going to pull in all the Tailwind classes from that node modules directory when we're processing it. I Shift ZZ to get out of there after pressing escape. You can enter, escape to get back into whatever mode. DD, delete a line. Anyway, Shift ZZ to save and quit. Start your build process. Okay, npm run dev. Now this, if we actually had a script in our package.json, would run it. So npm run, enter. We only have one script in our package.json, and it's called test, and it does this. We can confirm that if we do a vim package.json. Oh, we're not in the right directory. cd period vim package with a tab to help us out. Here's the scripts that I was talking about. We can create a new script. First, we got to put a comma at the end of that line. In Vim, 0 to get to the beginning. $sign to get to the end. Arrow keys. I to insert. O to insert below. And we're going to create a dev script. And it is going to, I'm going to close it up. And it is going to, what is it going to do? We'll have to figure it out. So I'm just going to leave it like that, empty and clear. I know we're going to want to run that Tailwind CSS. All right, so here's the usage. It's pretty simple. I'm just going to go ahead and copy that. And actually, I can show you right here too. npx Tailwind CSS. First of all, we need another directory. Sorry about that, but we have our source directory, and it's best to keep everything organized neatly, right? So we're going to create a dist directory. Make dir mkdir dist. It's pretty standard. L, there it is, dist under CSS. What else are we doing? Okay, now we're going to continue. npx Tailwind CSS. I believe it was a input. I know we can shorten it. For your sake, I'm going to clear and do a Tailwind CSS to get it right up there. Again, so we're going to want to npx Tailwind CSS. We don't have to do -- input, but we will. The input is, we don't have to do that input. We can use the -i is what I meant. So the input is our src/tab enter to select our index.css. And then the output, we can use the -o, or we can do the output. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter one bit. Equals, no equals, but space dist index.css. What did it say? Could not parse package.json, ignoring it. I screwed something up. I want to have a look at the Tailwind. Looks like it actually generated something though. Did I create a package.json somewhere else? No, I don't think so. I don't know what that meant, but let's have a look at this. And there it is. Let's bat it or cat it if you don't have bat. Bat dist index.css. Cat will do the same kind of, but bat is just nicer. You have to install it separately. I installed it through brew.sh. Anyhow, look, we have a dist index.css, which we generated from that source. This is all generated just from these 3 lines right here. We didn't actually add any CSS anywhere. This is the bottom of the file. We're at 595. Last class is filter. We're going to add something to source index.css for the heck of it. Background color red. Close that up. Whoops. Close that up. Escape. Shift ZZ. We're going to run that npx Tailwind command. I'm just going to up arrow to help us out. enter, and then let's have that freaking warning is really bugging me. I don't know what I did wrong yet. Let's look at that. Look at that generated file again. Tab a couple times. We're gonna shift G to get to the end, and you can see we now have a heck of it at the bottom. So there you go. That's how you generate your CSS. Now let's put that command in our dev script. I'm just going to copy and paste it. And I'm going to vim package.json. Try. I'm going to paste it into here. Control-Shift-V, and Shift-ZZ after I hit escape. Now let's try it. Well, I'll show you first. Clear npm run, and it's going to... Nope. Screwed something up. Let's go back. Do you see anything? I sure don't. Oh, let me look at that error again. I don't think it likes some characters. Is there a wonky... That's strange. npx tailwind CSS escape Shift-ZZ npm run. No, I screwed up the formatting somewhere. Let's see. I'm just gonna copy it, check it real quick with an online JSON editor online. I don't know what I could have possibly done. What is it saying? Comma expected after value, but got quote. After what value? Oh, look at this. I have no idea what is going on. Control quit. Not control quit. Whatever that is. Let's get rid of this line. That's the problem. It's ending in a comma. There we go. All right. npm run. We now have, in addition to test, we now have dev. So if we npm run dev, it should generate our file. But I killed that last line, didn't I? I don't know if it's still in. Nope. I'm just going to copy it again. Up. There it is. npx tailwind CSS, blah, 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 blah. Copy. Control-C, vim, up arrow, package.json. Control-Shift-V, escape, Shift-ZZ, up. There we go. We did it. Except we also wanted to watch. So let's do that vim thing again. And we add a -- watch, I believe it said. And if we run that again, yeah, now it's watching. So we can open a new tab, vim src. Can we get a new window? Let's open a new window. Control-Shift-N. There we go. Let's do it. What was I doing? Making a change. Vim source index.css. The heck of it is now going to be blue. Shift-ZZ, and we saved, and it rebuilt it. There you go. That's what watch does. So you want to have that script running as you're developing. We'll close that terminal now. Get back to this site. I don't know why I reloaded it. Okay, I'm going to control C this. We don't need that anymore. We need to add that new Tailwind index.css in the dist folder into Drupal now. How do we do that? In the template info and libraries file. I'll show you what I mean by the docs. This is Drupal 10. Add CSS to custom theme. Yes, I've been to these. This one, adding assets, I think is what we want. Updated January 8th, 2023. I don't like this song. Okay. Yeah, this is it. You can ignore all this stuff because Drupal 7 just doesn't want to go away. This is a much better song. The process to load CSS or JS assets. Save the CSS. We did that. Define a library. This is what we need to do. Click, and it just brought us down a couple steps to right here. The process. So defining a library. Define all your asset libraries and a libraries YAML file in your theme folder. And we happen to have one of those right here. It is called Tailwind _Drupal .libraries .yaml. All right, we're in. Now looking at the doc, it says each library in the file is an entry detailing CSS and JS files like this. This would be a library called Cuddly Slider version 1 with the CSS file blop and the JS file bloop. In this example, blah, blah, blah. I already said that. And we don't want jQuery, and there's a lot of fluff in this. I guess that's why it's called fluffiness, huh? Now, what did we say? Declaring dependencies. Here we go. To declare a dependency, the required library is declared in the form of resource library. No, we're not doing that. Adding libraries globally. We don't want libraries, do we? Yeah, we do. Of course we do. I'm confusing myself. So we want a global. There's a global here somewhere. Attaching a library to all pages. Here we go. Global styling. All right, so this is what we want. Attaching the library to all pages, which is in the process still. Most themes will use a global styling asset library for the style sheets, CSS files that need to be loaded, blah, 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 blah. So we don't have a global styling in here, I don't think. I'm going to do a slash global enter pattern not found. So we can basically just copy and paste the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines. I'm just going to shift O to insert up global styling colon version 1.x. Why not? CSS theme. And then finally, we're not in a CSS, it's in dist index.css colon curly bracketies. Let's save that. Shift ZZ. Now we want to attach it. So we've created the library, like Drupal will know it exists, but we haven't used it anywhere. Now, to be available everywhere in the theme, the global styling global scripts libraries, we don't have global scripts, we have global styling though, must be then added to your theme's info.yaml. So we're going to go into that vim tailwind _Drupal info with the tab enter. Here it is. This is their fluffiness. We call it Tailwind Drupal. we are looking for libraries right there. Libraries right here. Oh, it scared me. It was just like, why is Tailwind in there already? But that's the name of our theme. So above all this, I am going to add, what was it called? Tailwind underscore Drupal slash, dang it. Let me, excuse me 1 second. Control Z, Vim up a couple times. Global styling. No. Libraries. Yes, global styling. FG. Global dash styling. Escape Shift ZZ. Now I believe that ought to do it. And if we do a DDEV drush CR, which clears the Drupal cache, go over here, reload, nothing should happen because we're not actually using it. Oh, I guess something did happen. The Tailwind base took over, I believe. We can verify. Maybe. Yeah, here's some Tailwind classes now. So if we kill what we did here, not that one. So I didn't show you anything beforehand. So comment it out, DDEV drush CR, and if we refresh this, these Tailwind classes should go away and it should go back to its previous look. And yes, it does. And that's a successful Tailwind CSS installation. But let's go one step further and edit a template. So there's lots of templates, and we're not going to go through the process of enabling twig debugging and all that stuff. That's a whole nother topic. We're just going to go ahead and find a template to edit. So let's tree templates, and layout page looks like a good one to me. So I'm going to Vim templates, layout page, tab, enter. Down here, anywhere, we can add a class. Let's do it on the header. So this is the header. Role banner, page header, header. And if we minimize that, use our DevTools doohickey to click up here, we should be able to find a header. Yeah, it was right there. Yeah, header, header, header. Header, role banner. That's what we're looking at here. Header, role banner. And it's using a twig variable to insert all this good divness. Let's add a class equals BG blue. You like blue? Blue's cool. My favorite color. Save that. Get out of here. DDEV drush. See, if you set up proper debugging or development services and whatnot, you don't have to do so much drush CRs. But again, different rabbit hole. Control R. What did we just do? Oh, we tried. Yeah, here's BG blue. And I guess it's not showing up because I did not re-enable the info. Vim. Info. I gotta uncomment that again. I was just hitting XXX, undo, U, XXX. Another way to save is :W, Q to quit. Lots of ways to do things in Vim. And if we do another DDEV drush CR, and we did not regenerate npm run dev, we have to actually regenerate our CSS. So it picks up that BG blue and reload. We still don't have a BG blue. Why not? Okay, Did our Tailwind CSS class? Yeah, the Tailwind CSS classes are there. Let's see. Oh, I don't want to do that. Open a new tab, leave that running. Vim dist CS, nope, index. Blue. Heck if it's there. No, I guess blue would not be in here. Why didn't blue show up? Terrible. Okay, where's our header? EG blue. Dang. Let me think for a second. Vim Tailwind .config.js templates twig looks fine. Does it look fine? Templates. What did I possibly forget? Let's look at those. Not my. Yeah, my. Vim Tailwind underscore Drupal info libraries. Info again. Okay, there's. Shouldn't matter, but I'm going to try that. Shift Z, Vim, Tailwind. The other one, the libraries, just want to have another look. Dist, CSS, theme, dist, index.css. Is this not working correctly? One more DDEV drush CR. I'm gonna try adding something else. Let's try a P48 for padding, 48 all around. No. And that rebuilt it. Colon E, oops. Colon E period. Dang. Colon E period. CSS. Nope, that's not us. This, yeah. Yeah, this totally should have blue in it. Not that one. There's P48. It picked up P48, but it's not applying it. I don't think that P48 was there beforehand, right? So, let's get rid of this. BG black. Let's try black. Maybe the colors aren't imported. Nope. DDEV drush CR. Yeah, it was working. It just the Tailwind colors, I guess, need to be imported in the Tailwind config. You want to quickly see how to do that. As you can see on the left, we have a black background, so it's working. Totally working. Colors are the problem. Now, we're going to have to require Tailwind colors. Customizing colors. Require. There it is. Const colors equals require Tailwind CSS. Oh, I mean, Shift O, Control Shift V, Enter, Escape. Now we need to, in this theme key, put colors. No blue there. Let's just do it ourselves. Theme. Let's add it right here. Shoot. Whatever. Colors. close that neatly up. And we're going to do blue. And it's just colors. And it's pulling it from this. Colors.blue, comma. Let's save that up. Now what? Now what? Is it generating it? I don't know if it generated after we edited that Tailwind config file. We'll find out. Let's edit a theme template again. We're going to try that blue. Save. Get out of here. DDEV drush CR. Refresh. No blue. I'm going to try to rerun this. npm run dev. I don't know if it watches the dang it. DDEV drush CR. Reload. Nope. Yeah, I'm not sure, but again, you know it's working. I'm going to leave the troubleshooting of those colors to you, or maybe not. You can just cut out now. I'm going to try to figure it out, or you can continue watching and see if I do. If we do a console.log or debug, that colors, save, rerun npm run dev. So I added under the const colors declaration a console.debug. So when we rerun npm run dev, it dumps the whole thing. So we have all this available. Where is blue? There's blue. So it should work. Maybe it needs a, I don't see a default, or is that what 50 is? Black is very simple, so I think we're missing a color is all, I mean a grade. I don't know what's that's called. Got rid of that debug line. I'm gonna edit the template again and try adding that like 400. Save. DDEV drush CR. Reload. And there it is. Yeah. That was a silly mistake, not including the dash 400, 500, 600, whatever. I knew that. But there you go. It's working. I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope it was clear. Have yourself an excellent day. And this is a re-recording because I got some feedback from my last video that said confusion reigns supreme. So thank you for the feedback, and I hope this one was much more clear. Hit me up with more comments or requests, anything. See you later.